Hey, it's Kirsty. Okay, so today's Celeb Tea is honestly giving three completely different energies at once. We've got global domination, royal internet warfare, and then a living legend casually reminding everybody why she's untouchable. Because somehow the internet managed to put Karol G, Meghan Markle, and Prince Harry and Cher all in the headlines at the same time, and honestly, the timelines are buzzy. So grab your tea because we need to talk about what's really going on here. First up, Karol G. Now, if you've been online recently, you already know Karol G is not just having a good year anymore. This is starting to look like full global takeover territory. And the reason people are talking so heavily right now is because she's getting honored at the American Music Awards after what has genuinely been one of the biggest runs we've seen from a Latin artist in years. And what makes this interesting is that this didn't happen overnight. Karol G built this moment slowly. Tour after tour, viral song after viral song, stadiums, festival appearances, Coachella moments, fashion campaigns, streaming numbers going crazy. And now the industry basically has no choice but to acknowledge that she crossed over from successful Latin artist into actual worldwide pop culture force. That's the difference. There are artists who are famous, and then there are artists who become unavoidable. Karol G is entering unavoidable territory. Even people who don't actively follow Latin music know who she is now. That's when you know somebody reached another level. And honestly, the industry has been needing this kind of energy again because people are tired of manufactured pop stars with no personality. Karol G feels human, loud, emotional, confident, messy sometimes, real. Fans connect to that. And let's be honest too, the Coachella boost absolutely helped. Because once those clips started circulating online, it reminded people how strong her stage presence actually is. A lot of artists can stream well, but can't command a stage. Karol G can do both. Now, will everybody suddenly become fans? Obviously not. There's already discourse online about overexposure. There always is when a woman starts becoming too successful. Suddenly, the internet starts acting like they're everywhere. Funny how that only becomes a problem after somebody starts winning too much. But regardless of the noise, this era is huge for her. And honestly, I think we're watching her lock herself into long-term icon status if she keeps this momentum going. Now, speaking of people the internet never stops talking about, Meghan and Harry. Oh, Lord. At this point, I genuinely think these two could post a picture of a sandwich and somehow the internet would turn it into a 1-2 hour war about monarchy, race, media manipulation, victimhood, PR strategy, and whether breathing itself is attention-seeking. Because every single anniversary, post, public appearance, or interview turns into complete chaos online. Every single time. And what's happening right now is the same cycle we've seen for years. One side says Meghan and Harry are constantly targeted unfairly, over-scrutinized, and treated differently from other royals. The other side says they intentionally keep themselves in the spotlight while pretending they want privacy. And honestly, both sides are so emotionally invested at this point that there's almost no middle ground left online. That's why every post trends. Not because the post itself is groundbreaking, but because people project everything onto them. And here's the truth nobody really wants to admit. Meghan and Harry became bigger as cultural symbols than they are as actual celebrities. People don't just see two rich, famous people anymore. They see what they want them to represent. To supporters, Meghan represents media bias, breaking toxic traditions, and surviving public humiliation. To critics, she represents celebrity victim culture, PR obsession, and constant narrative management. That's why the reactions are always nuclear. And honestly, the royal family itself benefits from this ongoing drama too because the monarchy survives on public fascination. Even the outrage keeps people emotionally attached to the story. It's basically the world's longest-running reality show at this point. And no matter how much people claim they're tired of Meghan and Harry discourse, those same people keep clicking every headline, every time. Now finally, let's talk about Cher. Because honestly, this might be the one time the internet collectively decided to behave for 5 minutes. Cher turning 80 has genuinely created one of the rarest things online: unity. People from completely different generations are all posting the same energy right now, which is basically, yep, legend, no notes. And honestly, that says everything about her career. Because most celebrities eventually become former icons. Cher never did. She stayed culturally relevant across decades. Different hairstyles, different music eras, different fashion eras, different scandals, different generations. She adapted every single time without losing who she was. That's incredibly rare. And one thing I actually respect about Cher is that she never tried to act safe. Even now, she still says whatever she wants online, dates who she wants, dresses how she wants, and refuses to become this polished, robotic legacy celebrity. That rebellious energy is part of why younger audiences still connect with her. Also, let's be real. Cher walked so half the modern pop girls could run. The fashion, the reinvention, the camp glamour, the dramatic performances, the unapologetic confidence. A lot of modern celebrity culture traces back to icons like her, whether people realize it or not. And honestly, seeing the internet celebrate somebody instead of trying to destroy them for once feels almost refreshing. So today's Celeb Tea basically boils down to this. Karol G is entering global icon territory. Meghan and Harry remain the internet's favorite never-ending argument. And Cher just reminded everybody what a real legend looks like. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep sipping that tea.